Just bear with me for a second. Technical difficulties here this morning. There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stamp with Shel. My name is Shel Anderson, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I do short lunch break with Shel video tutorials Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon Central Standard Time. And I also do Facebook Live or YouTube Premiere videos Wednesday nights at 6:30. Today is a sneak peek day. Today I am showcasing this beautiful bundle called Love for You. This is kind of like anniversary, Valentine's, friendship type of bundle. It has dies and images and greetings. And today we are using the For You dies. Now, there's also, you can stamp the word For You, die cut the For You, and then die cut a shadow. But that's too large for what I wanted to do today. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm also going to use some of the glossy dots from the annual catalog. And yes, we are making a fun fold today. So I have lots of little bits and pieces here. Lots of moving parts. Not difficult, but we definitely have lots of bits and pieces. Now I wanted to grab the DSP. The DSP I'm using today is the Country Gingham. And it is fabulous if you love gingham like I do. Alright. So I'm going to set everything aside except for this little piece of white. This is the first piece. I am looking for my silicone mat. My entire craft room is upside down because I just did a video tutorial here, not a tutorial, a video of the unboxing, so I moved so much stuff so I would have room, that things just aren't where they're supposed to be. So we will soldier on, and I'm just trying to, I forgot to put my adhesive sheets on yet again, surprise, surprise. I am just putting little dots of adhesive on the back of this, and I am just putting this up towards the top, and you can see how much that black die cut pops. I see a little piece that didn't get poked out. See if I can get that. There we go. Trying to get a little bit of adhesive on there without it being for you. And yes, the U is too high, but guess what? I'm going with it. All right, now we are going to bring in our card base. And this card base, where is my measurements? I'll give you those. And this is all going to be in a free tutorial for you later on my blog. This is called a bridge fun fold. So this piece was 8 by 4 1/4, scored at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 3/4. So we are going to fold towards the center and then back. Same thing towards the center and then back. Then this is what we're going to have. Okay, now we're going to lay it flat again. And I have 2 pieces that are 1 by 4. That didn't work out right. That should have been 1 by 5 1/4. And I have 1 by 5 1/4 there. That's for the long piece. Let's grab my TSP. Technical difficulties, not the end of the world. Now I just need to find my paper trimmer and we'll fix this. 1 and 1 and 4 1/4, so it will be 4. No, that's what I had. 5 1/2. Hang on, I have to measure this because that's my problem. My card base is too big. I think it's the problem. Yep. I didn't cut this down to 4. I left it at the standard size. So now just before I cut this, let's make sure this is 3, 4. Okay, so we're cutting this down to 4. Remember, my starting size was supposed to be 8 by 4 1/4, and I just cut it to 4, so it's going to be a little short, but we'll make it work. We have to not get upset when we're paper crafting and mess up, and just pivot. Make sure that that's nice and flat and centered, like so. All right, now we can use these shorter ones now, but we're going to still have to cut them down a bit. These should be 3 3/4 because I am a 1/4 inch too short. So I'm just going to put those together and we will trim those off at 3 3/4. And those are going to fit right there. And brighten up the front of this card. And just center that in that little panel. And same thing on the other side. All right, let's see if I cut this one right. Yes, I did. So this is going to be our bridge that holds the card together and the mechanism that allows it to fold. And this is 5 by 1 is the DSP, and the bridge is 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. So now you can put this wherever you like on the card. I like to have mine up from the bottom a bit. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is with tear and tape. And if you flip this over and put on some tear and tape, okay, I've got the adhesive exposed over there. So I'm going to have to be careful. There we go. Get off that paper backing. Now, for the first one, I want to hold this down and right over to the edge and press it in place. Okay? Then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And that. Is going to come right over to this edge. Why does that not look like it's going to fold right? Because it's not. Because it's not. Let me see if I can get this off. See, when I do this, this should technically go right over to that other edge. So this piece is not correct. Oh, the trials and tribulations of live video. I know this happens to all of us. I just hate when it happens to me on live video. All right. I thought I had the measurement correct. This should be 5 1/2. And this is probably 5 1/4. It is. All right, so I need a piece of black cardstock that I can cut. Hang on. We'll get it, my friends, I promise. So, 1 1/4. By 5 1/2. Not 5 1/4, 5 1/2. All right. Now, these are going to be too small. These are probably going to be too small too. Let me see. Yep. So I need to get a different piece of this paper. Bear with me just a sec while I do that. Make sure I'm matching the right print. So 1 inch. This is 5 1/2, so this will be 5 1/4. 5 1/4. All right. I think we have it. Let's get this glued together. And just center this on this panel. Like so. And then we're going to try this again. I'm going to do this one a bit differently. I'm going to put this piece right there on that edge. You can do this with Tombow if you want, but I think tear and tape makes it just a little bit easier. I have no fingernails, so that's what you see me struggling with here. All right, so we're going to cover up this mess that I made, ripping that off, making sure we're right over to the edge. And then this one is just simply going to fall in place on the opposite side. And that's how easy it's supposed to work. So you'll see it'll lay flat to be in a standard envelope. So that always makes life easier when it fits a standard envelope and we don't have to worry about it. This piece is garbage, or I could probably use that for something else. Maybe I'll hang on to that. Now, I have some daisies from the medium daisy punch. And I am just going to put, a drop of adhesive in the middle of 2 of these. And then I'm going to offset and stack one on top. So we have a nice full daisy, like so. And then I thought these beautiful glossy dots, oops, that moved. Did you see that? Well, heavens. Maybe I shouldn't have got out of bed this morning. We're having some technical difficulties here at the Anderson household this morning. We may be punching another daisy here. I'm not sure which one of these daisies I even want to use, but I really didn't. I'm sorry. I'm just having a moment. I'm going to grab some more white cardstock and see if I can get another daisy made here. I don't even know which one of these daisies I want to use, but whichever one I use, I want it to look nice, not like that hot mess over there. Oh boy. Okay, let's try it again. It shouldn't be that difficult. Okay, let's offset this daisy. And perhaps if I just don't touch it, we'll be okay. I must have hit it after the fact. I just didn't notice it. All right, back to our glossy dots. Always, always, always something to entertain you here. And I'm going to put that beautiful glossy yellow dot right in the middle of each of those daisies. Oh, I'm not going to put it back in that bag. those bags drive me crazy. That's why I have these envelopes. I repurpose my die envelopes so that they stay nice and compact and clean and don't fall out, and I don't have to fuss and do stupid things on camera like I'm doing this morning. Alrighty then. Okay, we need to decorate our card. And I have this little die cut, or actually punched out leaf from the bow punch. This is where I got this one. And I thought I would put that there and then a flower. But I didn't know if I wanted the red one. I don't know whether I'm in camera far enough here. The red one, or if I wanted the white one. So white or red. And I don't think, just give me a minute. I am going to dig in my scrap bucket here. And we are going to find some brighter shades of green. I don't know that I like that. So we're going to do a little trial here. I'm going to punch some different colors of green leaves. And we'll see which one we like best. All right. I think the evening evergreen is too dark. I really like the mossy meadow, and I really like the pear pizzazz. I don't like the soft succulent. So, do I want red or white? I think for the purpose of this project, I am going to go with the red one. I think we'll save that for another project. And I am just going to pop some adhesive on this, and you got to be careful where you put your adhesive. And you've got to remember that this has to be kept within the confines of your card when you fold it to put it in your envelope. Now let's grab a dimensional for the back of our flower. And we'll just do the same thing, make sure it's within the confines. And there is our card. Now, you can put a panel on the back of your card so that you have a nice place to write your greeting. So we shall do that right now. And we need a piece that is 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. 3 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I just had an idea. We can pop this on here, and if we wanted, we could put another daisy on. All right, let's get this on here, centered up. And if we wanted, we could put that and that on the back side. Let's do it. Since we have it, let's do it. Just remember, this is going to add a little bit of bulk to your card. But that's okay. It's going to be worth it in the end. And this one I think I'll glue flat, just to try to keep it not too crazy. There we go. Daisy on the back, daisy on the front for you. That is our bridge card featuring the 4U dies from the Love for You bundle, which is a sneak peek for the spring mini catalog coming on January 5th. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and humor show with all my mess ups, but that's okay. That's how we learn, right? So I hope to see you again here Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon and Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Thanks so much for stopping by. See ya.